Hello, hello. So we are preparing for this new stream on today, and I'm going to be doing some crazy stuff. I'm going to be storyboarding my short film about a 300 mutant chihuahua that is going to be the shit out of a giant air fryer. So I have some ideas and some changes that I would like to make right now, and I'm going to do it live because why not? So I'm checking right now if everything is working. So on YouTube it's working, on Kick it's working. Hello. And on TikTok, is it working? Is it working or is not? I can't get the I'm always having issues with this stream. It's supposed to be streaming on TikTok. So what if you could see? Well, it's not appearing on my TikTok. So I did some changes on my oof. Yes, I'm live. I'm Mother F live. Cool. I have no idea what I cannot see when I'm live on my phone, but I can see it here. So now I can also look at your comments here and also here and there and here and there. Also, let me put something here, something like live on Kick on Instagram, so my friends can join and play with me. Oh, look at this frame over here. This air fryer is going to do some crazy stuff. Cool. So let's hope everything will go well. Oh, look at these boards that I've been working on. Oopa, crazy dog, crazy compositions. Look at that frame over here. Bam. So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff in this film. And yeah, let me just take a photo here. Tuki. Where's my hand? Where's my F hand? There you go. Boop. There you go. Now I can put something here like live on Kick, and then I will add a red dot. No, yeah. Maybe a green dot, because it's Kick. I'm also streaming on YouTube, but yeah, I'm more interested about how this will go on Kick than on YouTube. I don't know why. So I have other plans for the YouTube channel. So for Kick, I'm super chill of doing other stuff. There's some people joining on TikTok. That's crazy. Live on Kick. And now let's add here the link. So this is going to be, if I start doing this constantly, this is going to be how is that I'm going to do this stuff. I'm going to be setting up everything, making sure everything is working well, and then recording a video or something for people to join here live on Kick. And then I'll add another song here, like, which song can I, I hope I will not get copyright from this, but Zoom 41, yep, Zoom 41, the classic, Into Deep. Beautiful. Talking about storyboarding, composition, and what else we're going to talk about today? And ideas. Nah, what sounds more epic? We're going to be talking about hello. Talking about storyboarding, composition, and crazy badass ideas. Beautiful. And I'll make this super short. Talking about storyboarding, composition, and crazy badass ideas. There you go, your story. Now, let's cook. Let's cook some stuff. So, this is the original animatic. Let me show it to you. Get out of here. Let me show it to you. So if I go here to my Chihuahua project, pre-production, animatic, renders, Chihuahua V02. This is the animatic that I have so far, that I originally have. But I'm going to do some changes in that animatic today. And yeah, I've already started working on this animatic. I already have some stuff going on. Even I start the animation and all that kind of things. But I'm not happy with how some things just unveils here. So I'm going to start fixing some stuff. Dirty drawings estranging me. I don't know what you mean. Come to us. What is this, like a Call of Duty game or something? So this is the original storyboard, and I'm going to be doing some changes. And the way that I would like to approach this is by having you, if someone is watching this, is by having you as accountability to work on this stuff, because it's taking a lot of time, and I need to lock in. So for me, in order to lock in, I found out that the best way to do so is to compromise myself with other people. So it's like accountability partners, accountability friends. I've been trying to use like a website to do this kind of stuff, but nah. And I also don't want to pay my friends to start doing, like, I used to do this with my friends, where we start saying like, okay, I'll pay you $50 if you don't do this week. I'll pay you $50 if you don't do this week. And in that way, we used to keep each other accountable. But then at some point we start cheating. So that's something that I wanted to avoid, and that's why I started recording these videos here, because yeah, and in some way, if I share something useful for some people, that will be really cool, and hope you can learn something new from these videos. There you go. That's animatic. The animatic is there, and the thing that I don't like the most about this animatic is that the giant air fryer, the robot, it's supposed to be an air fryer, but there's nothing throughout the story, the animation, that I am showing how that robot is an air fryer. It's just a robot, with random powers, and that's something that I'm not happy with at all, and that is something that also is causing me to just procrastinate and don't do. Not be encouraged to continue with the project. But right now I'm going to do some changes, because this is not a stuff of just saying like, ooh, I don't like this anymore, so I'm going to give up. No. This was a result of an idea. So if this was a result of an idea, then that is like fucking something in the universe that is trying to tell me, Henry, you have to create this stuff. You already come up with this stuff in your head. So now it's time for you to create this shit. And in the process of creating this shit, I found out the new stuff that I don't like anymore, or I am evolving as I am working on the short film. And yeah, I want to even put some more challenges on this short film. And yes, so thing here is that the Chihuahua save the world, kill the robot, and then everyone is like, ooh, yeah, boom, but something happens. Out of the belly of the air fryer, we have like little air fryer monsters that are going like out of it and starts doing crazy stuff. And then we see this huge invasion of air fryers into this mutant world of Chihuahuas. It's crazy, and we have some of the animation done, I have some scenes done, but right now I want to do some changes. And also I've been studying, or I'm watching like a course of someone, a production designer who worked on Source App, the Spider-Verse, and all the kind of stuff. And I'm learning a lot about composition and about dynamic perspective and all that kind of crazy stuff. And as a result, I was able to thoroughly improve the animatic that I previously have. So now I'm going to do something new. Cool. So let's take a look at what we're going to do right now. So I have this thing here, and there is that this is the original, this is the OG. Wait, where are you? I want to hide this. How the heck I hide this? Okay, I originally had this animatic. Look, no, don't look at the drawings here. Just look at this one over here. Oh yeah, I can isolate this, I think. No. So yeah, I had like a simple fight sequence, just going back and forward with these dudes. But now I don't want that anymore. I want like a fucking really badass fight between these characters. So I'm going to do some changes. So this sequence to fix, I don't need it anymore. I have no idea how to get rid of this thing here. Maybe it'll right click, track size, large, rename, delete current video track. Yes, awesome. So now I have this over here. And what I have imagined is like something like Devil May Cry. I want to do something like DMZ, do that level of craziness in the fight sequences, especially because I'm working with breaks. And I would like to show people that, you know what, doesn't matter, the rigs doesn't matter at all. It's all about your animation skills, and if you have good animation skills, you can animate anything that you want, even with rigs. So yeah, I would like to push this idea of working with working with rigs. So I'm going to be doing some crazy fight sequences here. Cool. And so the story goes like this. After we have the epic fight sequence, we're going to have this giant air fryer that is going to stand in front of the three-headed mutant chihuahua. It's going to be standing in front of the three-headed mutant chihuahua, and the three-headed mutant chihuahua have all of its heads cut off. So it's going to morph back into the little chihuahuas. Here we are starting to morph back into the little chihuahuas, and then the giant air fryer takes his underpants, because this air fryer have underpants. This air fryer is going to take his underpants and pull down the underpants, and everyone is like, what the heck is going to do this air fryer with this giant monster? And what he's going to do is grab the little chihuahuas and put them inside of this air fryer part of the air fryer, right? And it's dropping them into this surface that is going to be super hot. So we're going to see like a red glow. Let me paint the red glow here. We are going to see that red glow going on here. Doogie doogie doogie. Oopa. We're going to see this red glow. And the characters are going to start falling. And then it looks to the right and looks at their owner. He's this kid, this punk kid that is, everyone thought he was dead because at the beginning he jumped back into a building and he almost dies. Well, we think he dies, but now he's not. He's alive, and he's telling the dogs like, "Hey, dude!" And the robot is like, and the chihuahua is like, "What?" And then he looks at the eye, and we see this circle here in the eye, and it's going to be like, "Oh, I understand. This dude is telling me to get inside of that eye and just beat the shit out of this robot." So the chihuahua understands, goes crazy, boom, and gets enlightened and transport really fast to rescue the chihuahuas. Flies, boom, grab the other two little chihuahuas, then looks towards the front. And then I need a transition from this frame to this frame, out of this. So the air fryer closes this part of itself, and then the chihuahua looks at the sides and looks at his brothers, and looks like the brothers are really very hurt or are almost about to die. and the chihuahua's like, "Arr," like you kill him, you kill them, and there we see this little bubble of moco going out of the nose of the chihuahua that is pulling him up, and then we see this amazing frame of the air fryer super pissed off looking at the chihuahua going up in this bubble of mocos, and then when he's about to grab the chihuahua, or maybe, you know what, maybe I can make the bubble explode here, plop, and the dude is like, what, and then boom, appears and beats the shit out of the robot from the back. That will save me some animation here, and that will make these looks more epic. Boom, there you go. So it's like plop. Let me change here the brush. Let me change here the brush. Where is the brush that I like? Where is the brush? Marker number 2. Marker number 2. Marker number 2. Cool. So it's going to explode that bubble, and then boom, it's going to attack the robot from behind, and then the robot falls, the booty jiggles a little bit, and then this dog prepares and starts spinning on top of the air fryer. The air fryer makes a crazy move and then attacks the chihuahua, but this time the chihuahua have like superpowers, like enlightened powers, so goes crazy, transports, and jumps on top of the arm of the robot and starts sliding and doing like this. Is about to fucking beat the shit out of this robot, prepares, and then the third one that is doing like this, boom, anticipates even more, and boom, it crashes and goes inside of the eye of this air fryer. And then the camera pans around this chihuahua, and then we're seeing how boom goes all the way inside of the eye of this air fryer. Then he sits down, takes a sit down position. It's like takes a newspaper out of nowhere because it's a cartoon. Takes a newspaper out of nowhere, it's reading, but then out of nowhere is like because he's going to poop. So takes a newspaper, then it's like this is going to poop, and we see a little bit of the poop here, and then boom, the camera just goes off. We see a solid black color there, and we hear like we hear a lot of crazy sounds, and then when we reveal the final frame, or the frame after this event, we see this giant air fryer that is totally destroyed, and it's totally it became like a sculpture of shit because this chihuahua shit too much inside of the air fryer, and now it's full of it, and it's just almost dead there. Boom. And then we see someone's shoes going. This is a shoe, by the way. Someone's shoe approaching the frame. Let me just make this sure that this looks like a shoe. Awesome. And then we see some people here, and the chihuahua is like, huh? And then it's the owner of the chihuahuas with the two other chihuahuas, and he's super happy moving his tail because everyone is alive and everyone is good. But then we see all of these little things flying there. And we're like, hey, what the heck? We go back maybe to this panel. Or maybe, you know what, I would like another one. I would like something like we are seeing right now, for example, all of these little air fryers flying around, boom, and maybe we can see the air fryers like this. We can see the air fryers like this, and we can see the other characters here. We can see the huge robot which is full of shit. We can see it here, and we can see that all of these robots are flying out of flying out of that part of the air fryer that fall apart. Tuki. Awesome. Let me 1 second look here at something. So what if you can see the darkest side of me? No anymore I have become. If you believe, Cool. No distractions. So the air fryers are here, like the little air fryers. These are like little air fryers. And now, you know what? I would like to create more perspective here. So I would like to show like the air fryers are like flying. So we are seeing the air fryers like this. We're seeing the air fryers flying here. And then this one over here, maybe this one over here. Maybe this one over here will be like, it's like, it's going to be something like this. It's going to be super pissed off and being like, pointing towards the guys, because those dudes were the ones that killed the giant air fryer, well, the Chihuahua. And then everyone is going to be like going there and attacking those dudes. It's going to go crazy. Everyone is going to attack there. This is going, all this is going that way. Then we zoom in, and the moment that we zoom in, these are other ideas that I had in terms of composition. I don't need them anymore. So we are going to zoom in. We're going to zoom in, and when we zoom in, we are going to go back to this first scene that I had at the beginning, which is this animatic over here. We're going back to this scene over here. Wait a second. When we zoom in, we're going back to this scene here. So all the Chihuahuas are looking at the air fryers that are coming to them, but this time they have superpowers. This time there are mutants. This time they are enlightened. So they go like, and they go like, I don't know, glowing god mode or something like that. And then we see one woman running naked, because of course I'm going to do this type of jokes. Also, so Slade, thank you for liking this live. Cool. Silvia Ballesteros, bienvenida. Welcome to this live. As I was explaining to everyone, I'm going to be working on a storyboarding for a short film, and we're going to talk about ideas. We're going to talk about how is that I can make this possible to come up to reality. And this is a fight sequence that I was working on, but I'm going to leave this fight sequence for later, because I want to focus on the other parts of the animatics for now. Cool. So, or maybe I can focus on this. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with the flow. So what I need to have next to me all the time, always, is the model sheet of each one of these characters. So I'm going to grab here the Chihuahua project, pre-production. Where are the characters? Where are the characters? Archive. Oh yeah, for sure. I put them on archive. And look, this is a preview of the characters. This is the idea of the characters. It's like Radiohead. Well, it's inspired in Radiohead, and yeah, these are some early concepts of the character. Some designs. You can see here the air fryer. Here is Ramon. This is the dude. And this is the Chihuahua. This is a little Chihuahua. So I'm going to take screenshots of all of this and put it around me. You know what will be the best thing to do? Is to actually have like a board around me or another screen where I can see all of these characters while I work. That will be the main idea. But I don't, because I'm living anywhere and I go from place to place. So I'm thinking, where can I put these characters in this screen? Okay. So let's go. This is the Chihuahua, and what is happening with the Chihuahua here? I am trying to combine some ideas here. It's like the air fryer is getting on the scene. Boom! It's trying to cut. It's trying to cut the chihuahuas. And how the hell is that air fryer is going to cut the chihuahuas? Because post-production, pre-production, production. Where am I right now? Production. Because on the previous scene we had the chihuahua doing this crazy stuff. Of course I didn't render that scene. Forget about everything that I say. Okay, let's start working on this. Let's start drawing this stuff and trying to make sense of what is happening here. So the chihuahua is going to fall this way. Boom, it's going to fall. But before working on this stuff, let me rough out really fast here a perspective grid, because it's very important for me to be aware of how this environment is going to look like. As you can see, this is the center of the screen here. This is the center of the screen. So my horizon line, I want the horizon line to be around here, Tuki. So I'm going to paint this with red, get rid of all of these lines that I did here for nothing. I'm going to open the camera view, and as you can notice, I'm working right now on the VG of this, scene. This is the software Storyboard Pro from Toon Boom Harmony. And yeah, it's really cool to do storyboards, so I'm using it. I'm extending this horizon line because the closer that I put the vanishing points to the camera, the more distorted that the perspective will look like. And I don't want the perspective to look that distorted. I want it to look super chill, normal. So I'm going to put the vanishing points around here and around here. So I'm going to call this BP2 and I'm going to call this BP1. BP. Now let me look all of this scene over here. I'm going far away from perspective, so I might want to move all of this a little bit up, somewhere around there. And then what I'm going to do is start drawing halves here. I'm going to draw a line here at the half, another line here, half, and then I'm going to eyeball the half here, like boop, half, pinging. This is not going there. So by doing this, I'm creating a grid floor. I'm creating a perspective grid that is going to help me move the characters in a 3D space. Boom. There you go. And here another one, 2 key. And this one here, 2 key. And this one here, 2 key. Awesome. Do I need a sky here? Yeah, I would like to add also lines there, just to have some reference at this point. If I have some characters flying, I can totally play around with this grid here. And what I'm going to do right now is coming up with a fight sequence. I used some reference for all of this. I did use some reference for all of that, but now I'm going to get rid of the reference. One, because I don't have it anymore, and two, because this is the time to enjoy and to come up with crazy actions out of my head, because my head can do that stuff and your head can also do that. So I'm going to copy and paste this background frame from here to here to here to here to here here to 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 here. Now here we change the sequence. Cool. So let's get started. We have the air fryer, boom, falling that way, bam. And then it's going up, it's going to get up because this air fryer is going like crazy, going to attack these dudes. It's going to attack these dudes like crazy. So in one arm, he have a chainsaw, a normal chainsaw, and on the other hand or arm, he have like a rounded chainsaw. So this dude is really crazy and really dangerous. So now the idea of having the model sheet here with me is that I can look at how is that everything is working. In which side this chihuahua have this air fryer have one. Wait 1 second, I'm looking for the model sheet. In which arm the air fryer have the chainsaw which is rounded, and in which arm this dude have the chainsaw that is dude, I need a 1 second. I cannot look at this reference and talk at the same time. Character designs. B02, B03, of course. Okay, here, where it is, new air fryer. So as you can see, for example, here, the air fryer have the rounded chainsaw on the left side. And this is the right arm. This is the right arm. So we are having here the normal chainsaw. And I'm going to simplify these drawings for animation, which is going to give me something like this. And then here we can foreshorten this into something like this, because here we have these plugs. And here we have the rounded chainsaw. And here's where I have to design my frames. Here's where I have to think about composition, leading the eye of the audience towards a specific part. For example, this dude landed in this way, boom, and everything is going to attack this dude. And look at how the arms are dragging. Look at how the arms are dragging there. And I am always flipping. Even when working on storyboards, I'm always flipping. So I'm going to look. This pose is badass already. This pose is, and let me see if I can show you where is that I grab this reference. Let me open Instagram, because I want to show you also where is that I grab this reference to animate this sequence. So what if you can see the darker side of me? I have that song in my head so bad. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you seen? Where are you seen? Where are you seen? No, it was after you. I can't believe, no, no, no. Dude, I cannot find you. No, I will. I will find you. I love this thing from how Bruce Lee. He's saying always like words are like spells. That's why you call. That's why you say spelling. So be careful with your words, because are very powerful. Are like spells. So look at that reference. This is where I have this idea. Well, where I just went and played this animation to find ideas, and everything started from. No, this was not. This was. No, this was not, but was in the channel of this dude. So yeah, I didn't find it. Anyways, let's continue. What I'm going to do is boom, 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 boom. Here, for example, this is the issue without being aware of the character design, is that I start confusing in which side do we have the rounded chines out and the straight one. So here I can clearly see which one is which one. For example, here I can stretch this one. I can draw the chains out. And when I am drawing for storyboarding or when I'm drawing for animatics, I am very, 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 very rough, but clear at the same time. Not clean, clear. Because I want my drawings to read clearly, so everyone can understand that. Here, for example, we can have the chains out to be something like this. This part of the arm will be like this, and here we have this other arm which is foreshortening towards camera, and everything is going where? Boom, to attack this dude that way. Cool. And that's how is it I am designing all of this stuff. And here, for example, the angles, if I might align the angles of these two parts, this will create this shape here. And when I animate that shape all the way together, all the way around, everything will feel like it's flowing. So I am designing my poses. Let me look at the air fryer. I'm looking at the air fryer, at the chat, at the recording, if everything is working well. Get out of here, dude. Where's this shit? No, I lost it again. No worries. No worries. Tiki tuki. So what if you can see Luis Mateo Ga? Welcome to this stream. I'm working on a short film about a three-headed mutant chihuahua that is going to beat the shit out of a giant air fryer. What? Oh yeah. and it's going to be really awesome. Cool, let's continue. Sylvia Ballesteros, thanks for still being here. That's really cool of you. So boom, boom, boom. So we're going like this, tuki, 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 bam, 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 bam. And then here, it's a squashing towards the ground. Bam, bam, bam. It's squashing towards the ground, and I'm flipping because I want to see. This will open a little bit more here. Here I want to see where the food is going to land. Where the food is going to land. Boom. And we have the leg like that. Tuki. Boom, 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 boom. And then if I draw like a line like this, I can align the other leg here. Boom, 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 boom. I don't like this foot. Something like that. Toon, 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 toon. And then I can get rid of the purple lines. How can I get rid of the purple lines? Just trying to select them without destroying too much stuff. Here we have the eye. Here we have the mouth. There you go. Here we have the horns. Something like this, Tuki. We have this other one. Boom. It's going crazy, dude. It's going crazy. Then boom, cuts all of that. Bam. Then we have this amazing pose that we can see all of this back part of the character. Bam. We have a lot of effects here, which I'm going to use as reference. Devil May Cry a lot here. And that's something that I've been thinking a lot, because most of my inspiration for my ideas comes from video games that I used to love and play when I was younger. And then yeah, that's something that I would like to refer back and use as inspiration, because that's the idea of all of this stuff. Is to express everything that we feel is part of us. Then here, for example, I can push that arm, so I can get rid of all of these things there. And then here we can have this arm, bam, with the chainsaw, bam, 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 bam. And drawing becomes a form of communication, a form of even writing. Drawing, when it becomes second nature, it becomes in a way like writing. I feel like I'm not feeling like I'm drawing. I feel like I'm writing ideas. And the way that I am doing this is by I can create something interesting here. And the way that I'm doing this by thinking is by trying to translate what I have on my mind, on my head, as fast as possible to the canvas, because I feel ideas are always transforming, are always morphing into different symbols, into different images. And the sooner that I am able to translate, I'm able to translate all of this into drawings, into words or whatever, the purest that these ideas will feel to what I originally thought about. The more time that I take on drawing or writing these ideas, the less that it will feel like the original thing that I thought about. And it might sound crazy, because life is already crazy on itself. And for art and artists, experiencing life comes into it's like a daily doses in experiencing art, because we are always immersing into this dimension. So here I want this to go super badass. So for many other people that have more like maybe technical jobs, or there are not necessarily have to get inside of this creativity dimension, I will say, it's not that often, but yeah, for artists it's something that we need to live on every day. And in some ways, I don't like to call it exercise. Someone told me like we exercise, we work the muscle of creativity. We have to work the muscle, but I don't feel it need to be work when you really like it or when it comes naturally out of you. It just it just appears. It's like is gladly is something that we cannot force, and by not forcing that, that have its advantage and its disadvantage, because sometimes we don't have control over the results, but we do have control just by of at least trying to channel all of that ideas into into the paper with our drawings. Cool. So just let me check something really fast. And that's the process. I reduce the opacity of these drawings. I do new drawings on top for more clarity. I do very rough drawings when I'm trying to figure out ideas. But as soon as I see it here, boom, trying to be as clear as possible with those drawings. Cool. Let's see something here. So what if you could see the darkest side of me? Cool. Just checking here the links. I'm getting out of battery on my phone. So what I want to do here, for example, when the dog jumps, I want one of the heads here is turning around. I want one of the heads, this head, to be like and fucking trying to bite to bite this robot, but it's going to miss. So now I need to think about the air fryer. So I need some reference to draw the air fryer. Exit plan to it's so funny. I call the folder that I have all my short films, I call them exit plan, because I've been thinking about this since I was 18. I'm 27 right now, and is that what can I do to just get out of this system of making no sense of working all my life? And I've been like, if I just dedicate myself to be an animator, I will go nowhere. So what is the plan to get out of this system? And for me it was like, and also, what will be, where will I have more fun? Which adventure will give me more fun? The adventure of being an animator and just working a 9 to 5 as an animator, or the adventure of creating my own short films, creating my own stuff? So yeah, that's something that I think a lot. ¿Qué chucha estaba buscando? Renders, CFX, archive. Ayo, Pepe is gone. I don't understand. I have a lot of people joining on TikTok and then poop, leaving. It's like maybe they're scrolling into a TikTok live thing. Maybe that is something. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at here the Chihuahua. Let's go. So here I want the Chihuahua to go like attack this head. I am sure that I want this head to bite here. So I want this to feel like here is going to open the mouth. Here is going to open the mouth. This dog, how is the head of this dog? The head of this dog is something like this. So we're having, yes, sir. That's why I like to draw super rough, because this thing was not intentionally, but I really like it. Yes, sir. This could be something like, yeah, something like that. And it's going to fucking trying to bite that dude. We have here teeth. And here we have the tongue. And I'm going to do some favors to the future Henry and trying to look at that neck. No, it have to be totally stretched. So and trying to add some animation on this animatic. So the moment that I have to animate this, I don't have to think too much because I have some information already on my animatic. For example, these design things here. It's like I will try to do some kind of rough pass in my animatic to have all of this really clear. So boom, it's going to jump, and when it is going to jump, maybe here this head of this Chuo is going to be facing up. It's going to be facing up. And it's going to be looking at this dude. Well, here we have this eye, which is like a monster. We have that eye like that. Or it's closing the teeth, so we have something like this. Or we have here that, and here we have the. There you go. Here we have. What's the name of that thing? The ears. Boom, 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 boom. Here it's like pissed off. It's like. Beautiful. Here we have the other neck. And then here we have this other no, la puta madre. This is the other dude. This dude is this dude. So, boom. Yeah, this dude is this dude over here. Now this dude is this dude over here. Yeah. Let's go in order. I was working on the air fryer. Why I stopped working on the air fryer? Yeah, I will leave that there. So let's continue with the air fryer, because the air fryer is going to be the boss here. The air fryer is going to be the one that is going to beat the shit out of this thing. So the air fryer is going to control everything. It's going to dictate the motion. So from here, for example, boom, throws that thing, and after throwing that thing, I want the air fryer to start moving forward. In a very scary way. Like it's going to start running slowly, and boom, then becomes into this mirror frame going all the way towards the front. So I'm going to move this towards the front. And now here, like if this were a walk cycle, I'm going to move this air fryer up. This leg is going towards the front. And I'm going all the way around like this. All the way around. Boom. This leg is moving forward. That leg is moving forward. Here is where we have the base of these legs. I'm copy and pasting to make sure I'm seeing where is this leg attached, so I can move the character accordingly. And here as the character is moving forward, that leg is going to stay there. Tack. So I'm going to move this a little bit towards the front. Yeah, I will let that swing a little bit back. I can maybe do some adjustments here. Dude, and I was thinking this morning about an idea, because I'm still working on a short film. Well, working on the idea of the next short film that I'm going to work on, which is Jorge de Jelly. And the idea of this short film, this will be my most Peggy 18 film that I'm going to do. And the idea of that film is that there is an alien. No, I'm not going to make spoilers. I'm going to work that idea with you soon. But yeah, there's an alien that loves hookers. That's the main idea of the next short films. Tun. So tun. Then we have the horns here. And I remember this was a movement from Devil May Cry. Moving towards the front, I feel like it's moving a little bit towards that side. I want this to move that way. That's the advantage of adding a perspective grid here, because I can totally move the characters according to that perspective and to avoid it make feel like it's going anywhere else. So I'm going to continue this effect here. It's going all the way that way. Bam, bam. Dude, I want to buy a PlayStation so bad to play with my friends. Maybe that's something that I'm going to do soon, so I can also get some inspiration. And I was talking with a friend the other day about the Play 2. And here, for example, here this chainsaw can go down. And I was talking with my friend about the Play 2, and in Ecuador, dude, in Ecuador, when I was a kid, every game of PlayStation 2, maybe because it was like pirated or something, have a cost of like $2 only. Every PlayStation 2 game. And of course, when we were kids, we used to play a lot. I think 60-70% of my childhood was playing video games. And now I look to today's games, and it's like, dude, every game is like $90. It's like, that's so fucking crazy. Kids nowadays will not play as much games as we used to play. Or maybe there are other ways of playing that I don't know. But yeah, I miss those times when games were super cheap and we were able to play a lot. So here now the shoulder we'll start going out. There you go. It's moving forward. And then here, this frame, let me get rid of you, Chihuahua. Boom, boom. Move towards the front. Boom, and all of this is like super fast. Super fast. Boom. All of this goes that way. Boom. And I'm going to come up with going to polish this animation. Well, this is just animatic, so I'm going to animate this later. So it's going from here, boom, into this pose over there. So it's going to be like, boom. I need this to be more punchy. So, boom. Here I want this to hold this pose. I want to hold this pose. So I'm going to create. Yeah. Let me just hold it like that. Cool. So the air fryer is going boom, boom. And then when it walks towards the front, this is super fast. This is going to be super fast. Yeah, something like that. So we go boom, boom, boom. Boom. You know what? I want to add something crazy here. I want this to be like, I cannot even imagine it. I can just draw it right now. So it's like, this dude is going to do some craziness like, something like that. Yeah, something like this. And something like boom. And then we have this, and then we have this. A lot of a lot of smear frames I'm going to use here. Make it feel like one piece. Boom, 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 boom. I want to check something here. Yeah, I want, before this frame, I want a frame of this dude, like side view. It's going to go like this. It's going to do something like this. Bam, and then it goes and it slides back. That slide back, I want it to look, I want to make it look real badass. So I'm going to do something like, boom. It's like, here's I'm tracking this base of the head here. It's going to fall. And then boom, it's going to slide back. It's going to slide back here. And then we are seeing maybe the ground going like crazy here. And here all the ground will be like here, for all of this went that way. So let's remember, on the right arm we have the chainsaw. On the left arm we have the rounded one. So this is the right one. We have the chainsaw, good, and then here we have the rounded one, good. So here we have a mistake. And here, instead of here, we can do something like this with the chainsaw. So we have all of this part of the background broken here. And then here it's going to maybe do something like this. It's going to and I can connect the two rhythms of the arms into something like this. Then it goes all the way down. I can bend these arms so we have something like this. I'm even using only sticks because the ideas on the head are going this fast, and I need to, as soon as I see the ideas on my head, boom, trying to draw it really fast, really fast. Otherwise, dude, I will not be able to catch those ideas. So it's as soon as possible. Henry, and how is it you're able to just try to go around and do other stuff? What happened with your ideas? My ideas are there. I'm like, stay there, bitch. And my ideas are like, I'm not moving. And I'm like, cool, I hope so. So, boom, boom, boom. And then here, yeah, I'm going to copy this drawing here. Tuki, awesome. And now here and this one over here, I can, in between. So I'm flipping only. The main reason that I'm only flipping and not using the onion skin, because I'm not sure how to use the onion skin on this software. And secondly, because yeah, it's funnier. It's funnier to flip than just here. I want this to be already far to in the ground. I want to even overshoot that. So what I was saying is better to just visualize that stuff instead of relying on the onion skin. So here we have the knee, and the knee will go all the way like that. It's funny how I repeat stuff from my other short film here. And maybe that's kind of the stuff that I like. And is that on the previous short film, I did something like playing around with the ground, like the way that I'm doing it here, almost similar. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this arm will look better here. Tuki. It looks like a flower. That'll be super funny if some days this is like a flower. There you go, that is better. For sure, that is better. And here, boom, we can overshoot all of this. So it's like foam. Cool. Cool. So let's play this stuff to see how this looks like. Boom. Okay, almost. Okay, here we are staying at the same position, almost tuki. So we are slowing now the beautiful motion that I want. Now, how is that I want this to feel? So that's very important. So we're going like this. And here, when it goes, maybe the giant air fryer will be this close. So they will be like looking to each other. So we have boom. I need to fix some perspective things here and composition wise. These monsters should be around there and these dudes should be smaller. Because I want to feel the sense of depth here. Okay, let's try the onion skin. Here it is. So let's make this a small. Look at that ugly green color there. That's why I'm not using this onion skin. It's bothering my eye. So I'll rather just continue flipping, boom, and then here we have this dude that is going to be far away from here, something like this, took, and this jump is going to be around there, took. This dude is going to be smaller around there, boom. There you go. Let's see how this feels now. Nana, do you hear me now? Boom. Cool. Yeah, it's almost there. I need to keep refining and massaging these drawings until the idea is there. Until the thing that I visualize is there. So here, for example, on this jump, so it's like boom. Maybe this can be bigger. And here we can cut the air fryer, boom. The air fryer there. The Chihuahua, and we might have to hold there. There you go, that's what I want. I want to hold in that pose. Boom, bam. And now I want to work on this pose, because this pose is going to be almost like a key pose, because it's going to be like boom type of Wolverine, going to beat the shit out of that Chihuahua. And it's so funny because in the first film that I worked on, which is Talk Shit, when I have the comments from the people, it's funny how people support the golfer rather than the duck. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can totally check what I'm saying on my Instagram. I have there, or on my YouTube channel, I have my previous short film Duck Shit, and you can see what I mean. So here we have the leg of the robot going that way. Boom. No, this leg is the one that is going to be detaching from the ground. We have something like this, Tuki. And this one will be already going away in perspective like that. Beautiful. It's stretching. This shouldn't be too high, something like that. Here we have the middle line, and top of the middle line we have the arms, and I can push these arms like that. I can push the silhouette of these arms. Okay, even these arms goes a little bit up because We have 4 arms on this dude, something that I am always forgetting. So we have this, then we have this, and then we go all the way down here with the chainsaw. Then here we have these little things, and then here we have these other arms. Just creating a nice silhouette there, and then we have the other chainsaw that is going to be maybe here. Then we have all of these things. Boom. And then here we have the arm that goes all the way down like that. Tuki. And now it's going to be like, boom, and destroy that fucking chihuahua. Just boom. And yeah, by the way, the chihuahua is the good one now. Yeah, it will be really badass if this dude is already looking the other way. What if I change the head into something like this? That looks funny. And then we have the horns here. That's a beautiful drawing, dude. Fuck off. Let me get rid of this. Imagine the moment that I have to polish this stuff and just to make it like an animation drawing. That'll be really badass. And look at all the flow that I can create here, for example. From here to here. Oh well, I am missing here the most important thing about this air fryer. The penis. And look at how I'm trying to find a place to create a good silhouette with that thing, so it doesn't interfere with the legs or something. So I might move this a little bit down, I might move a little bit this way, and I might move this a little bit that way, and then I'll move this a little bit this way, and then I'll move this a little bit this way, and then this way, and then boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, I like the feeling of going that way. Yeah, we're just going to see the foot here, something like that. Look at all of these forces here. Maybe I can do something different here. Now, let's keep it there. Let's keep that arm there. So you're going to boom. See, let's play this. Beautiful. So this is going to be kind of a slow motion there. Here, for example, I need a squash here. I need a squash pose. I need a squash, so time to flip. Maybe you can use... No, it is another one. Boom. I want here to already start turning. And look how this arm is going to lead the movement up. It's going to lead the movement up, boom, that way. So everything is going that way. This leg is also going up. This booty shouldn't be too down, so we can have something like that. Cool. Now we need to expand that so it feels. So we go boom, boom, and here we can hold. Let me copy and paste because I want to animate this. And here we're going away in perspective and back, so something like that, and I can start moving these arms a little bit up. Pum. Flipping here, flipping. Because I want to slow out there. There you go, and then I can add this other stuff here just to keep the feeling of all of this craziness that is happening. Cool. Oh wow. Hello. I didn't saw those comments. Hello. ¿Ha terminado la animación de los perros? Uso pesal. No, aún no. Oh, ahora que lo veo, literalmente está sucediendo ahora. ¿Qué pasó? ¿No lo hacías en Toon Boom? Ahora lo haces cuadro por cuadro. So, hola, uso pessoal CDCXET. So, hello. Lo que estoy haciendo es... Sí, espero que sigas aquí. ¿Hace cuánto más tienes ese mensaje? Cool, whatever. So, I decided decidí cambiar el final decidí cambiar la acción de pelea porque ahora quiero algo diferente, quiero algo más cool. Y nada, pues estoy ahorita actualizando el animatic. Lo que estoy haciendo es estoy actualizando el animatic. Entonces voy a sacar una acción de pelea mucho más cool y aparte voy a cambiar unos framecitos porque no me gustaba. Lo que me fastidiaba de este film es que es un air fryer, pero nunca muestro cómo el air fryer funciona como un air fryer o usa sus características de air fryer para luchar. Y es algo que a mí me fastidiaba y decía, no, algo está mal con este short film. Así que eso es algo que voy a solucionar ahorita. Y por ejemplo, aquí te muestro que después de la pelea, el chihuahua está tirado en el suelo y el air fryer, pum, se baja los underpants. Y pues es un chiste doble sentido. Y coge a los chihuahuas porque ya después de que están aquí derrotados y todo, él coge, que se convierten en los chihuahuas chiquitos, él coge a los chihuahuas chiquitos, ¡pup!, los suelta y los va a botar ahí en su bandejita de la air fryer que está súper caliente. Y el chihuahua se ve hacia la izquierda y ve que está el dueño de los chihuahuas y le dice, look at that. And then he looks, boom, y ahí es cuando se da cuenta de que el ojo del air fryer funciona como este círculo que está aquí y comienza a ver todas las posibilidades como si fuera Doctor Strange. Oh no, entonces boom, ya ve que se puede meter en ese ojo y pum, se transforma en un man astral con velocidad épica que brilla y boom, baja volando rapidísimo a rescatar a los dos chihuahuas que van a caer, pum, los cogen antes que tope aquí el suelo caliente y se ve simplemente el humo. Y después nos vamos para arriba otra vez, ve hacia la cámara, tengo que buscar una transición de aquí a acá y después boom, se separa del robot y el robot cierra su compartimiento del air fryer y después el chihuahua ve a los lados y ve a sus dos hermanos que están gravemente heridos, que están casi que muertos y el man se cabrea durísimo y dice, no, a la verga, te voy a sacar la puta. Entonces hace una bomba de moco y cuando hace la bomba de moco se infla la bomba de moco y el man comienza a flotar con esa bomba de moco en el cielo y está el robot gigante ahí súper bravo porque dice, ahorita sí te mato, puta. Y el man, boom, desaparece en su bomba de moco y ataca por detrás. El robot cae al suelo y sus nalgas tinkling. Y después el perrito sube, se baja el cierre y comienza a mear encima del air fryer. El air fryer se flipea, se da la vuelta y se transforma en monstruo otra vez y pum, le tira un ataque final aquí. Le tira un ataque final, pero el perrito sigue haciendo pipí y boom, tira todo el pipí encima del brazo y después nos vamos a una cámara bestial en la cual vemos que el perrito se desliza y se patina por encima del pipí deslizándose por el brazo y el man comienza a hacer así, como que te voy a matar aquí, pum, y en la última, boom, salta y pum, le pega ahí con todo el nepe, pum, y rompe el vidrio del ojo del air fryer y la cámara va así y seguimos al perro que le pega, pum, y rompe los vidrios y después del perro de estar así, pum, cambia una pose sentado y saca un periódico de la nada como si fuera un señor y está leyendo el periódico como si estuviera, porque es un cartoon I understood half of it. So, yeah, I'm going to explain this in English in a minute. So, ¡pum! Saca un periódico y con el periódico que está leyendo, después comienza a cagar y comienza está empujando y vemos que está saliendo ahí un mojoncito y ¡pum! Screen in black. Vamos a la pantalla en negro y ¡pum! Eso, escuchamos aquí. Y después, ¡pum! Cuando venimos acá otra vez, vemos al air fryer que está hecho mierda, literalmente está hecho mierda porque, o sea, toda la caca y la popó del chihuahua lo destruyeron y se hizo un monstruo así paralizado de mierda. Y pues nada, el chihuahua está ahí chiquito, está triste y viene el dueño, se acerca y el chihuahua, ¡ah! y el dueño, todos están felices porque está con los chihuahuas y aparte, porque los chihuahuas salvaron al mundo y son del dueño de este tipo que está aquí, atrajo a todo el mundo y tiene ahora 2 góticas a los lados y el man está, man, te debo la vida, te agradezco. Y entonces el chihuahua mueve la colita y todo, y después vemos las distancias. A la distancia vemos cómo aparecen estos mini air fryers que salen volando y los ven a los chihuahuas con la gentita y le dicen, mátalos hijo de puta, atácalo. Entonces todo esto cogen, vuelan y van a matar, y de ahí continuamos con el short film, con el animatic, cuando vemos que los manes están viendo a la cámara y dicen, tiempo de sacarles la puta a todos. Cool. Awesome. Animatic render. Where is the animatic render? Let me show you the animatic. Where is the fucking animatic? I don't find it, but yeah. Then, so después de esta escena conecto con lo que iba normalmente. Cool. So mechanical cut XD. So I changed. I'm going to push myself because I was not happy with the short film how it was going so far. So what I'm going to do right now is do some badass fight sequences here that I took some reference from Devil May Cry, a game that I used to like to play, and sold, make 3 seasons. Thank you very much, dude. Yep. So this is the second film that I'm going to do after Dogshot, and then after this one, I'm going to work on a short film about a jelly alien from outer space that comes to Earth, but he just falls in love with the strip clubs and hookers. So he decides to stay in Earth until something happens and he cannot stay any longer. But there is something that happens, and it's that all the hookers and all the people that work on that strip club fall in love with this dude because he was the best client ever and he treats everyone super well. So he has some people that support him, and the people that support him is all the people that works in this strip club, including the hookers. So they are going to fight against a huge evil that I'm still finding out who is going to be the fucking enemy on that short film. I'm between cyberpunk, like a cyborg military stuff, or like other aliens. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. And then something cool is going to happen after that film. Maybe many characters will come together. Cool. So let's go. Boom, boom. See? Bam. So I want this to be like, here I'm going to slow out. Boom, boom. It's going to be a slow motion here. Shoom. Look at that. Fam. And then bam, 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 bam. So what if you can see, bam. And then we go like this. Shoom, zoom. Cool. So bam. And then we go from here. Let me find the reference that I was using for this stuff. 1 second. Let me look at the chat also if I have other comments. And feel free to ask any questions. If anyone have any technical question about animation or whatever you want to ask, English or Spanish, I can manage all of those languages. I also know how to say something in French, but I don't know if I will do it well. Your style reminds me of the old Cartoon Network era. For sure, dude. It's pretty cool. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. So that's the idea. I really love that era of Cartoon Network. and even Nickelodeon, they have some cool shows at that in that era too. So what I'm going to do right now is use that style that I love a lot and reminds me to my childhood to create short films that push the animation style or quality of that time using the same style and just bringing some new stuff. And also at the time, I used to remember I have some mentors that work on old shows, and I remember they were so boring of working on these old shows. They were for kids. They took one of these kids' characters, and when they were boring, they draw on a paper like this character that kids are used to watching those characters on the screen. Took that character and put that character full of blood without one limb, and because adults makes kids animation, and it doesn't mean like adults actually likes the kids animation they're working on. So it was really funny to see that these mentors, these teachers that I had in college, they had fun and start drawing these characters fully broke down with full of blood all the way around, because they were just fucking boring of animating these characters. So they did something, they bully these characters. So that was really funny and cool. What I'm going to do now is, so what if you can see the darkest side of me? Oh, I was going to look at the DMC reference that I'm using for this stuff. So yeah, that cartoon era, the Cartoon Network era rocks. So DMC fight sequence scene. To see if I can grab some reference here. Virgil. Where's Virgil? Here, Virgil. I remember it was him. Yeah, I think it was this one over here. No audio, otherwise I'll be banned for this from this app. So look at this. This is the scene that I was looking at. Boom. I hope it's this one. Oof, it's in 4K. Amazing, dude. Yeah. That's it. That's what I wanted to do. But yeah, look, that's what I wanted to do, that boom, that goes that way. But of course, I have no fucking idea how to, well, I can totally replicate what he does at the middle, but it's super hard to observe frame by frame. So, oopa, he jumps here. Maybe a little bit. It's like running or something. We're working in show for kids here too, and it reached a point where we couldn't bear the main character anymore. We just kept imagining horror episodes to put him. It's, dude, we're adults working on kids stuff. It's like, fuck off. It's like, adults should be working on. I'm not saying what adults should be working, but I feel like myself as an adult, I have more fun working on adult stuff, like for kid stuff. Maybe if I someday have kids, I will do some kid. Nah. My kids will grow up watching all of this crazy stuff. Okay, so boom, pim, pam, boom. My kids are going to be badass. Going to really see what's cool stuff. Fucking no, bro, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. So that's something that I also thought of doing here, like that here, like making that thing, because I do have that thing that rounded chines out, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It will be better if I just end up like Power Rangers. This dude ends up here, and then we see the body falling on the background with the three heads falling too. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm using this as an inspiration, as a source of inspiration for me to grab what I used to love when I was a kid, and now trying to put my own taste in here. For example, boom, bam, bam, and now when it goes towards the back, we're going to see the air fryer, the Chihuahua being like, it's suffering, dude. I want to show this dude that is suffering here. So the mouth, I can open this mouth like crazy. Bam, something like this. I can even push these eyes. Yes, something like that. Good. Cool. So I just want to leave that idea there. And this is something that I was mentioning, and is that when I'm drawing, I feel like I am a writer. I don't feel like I'm an artist itself. I feel like I'm a writer. And my duty when I am storyboarding or drawing or planning all of this stuff, my duty here is to is to represent what I have on my head on the paper or on the canvas as soon as possible. As soon as possible, and to catch those ideas and to catch those ideas. And the sooner that I catch those ideas, the more closer it will be to the source, to the source, to the source of how I feel it, how is that I visualize it. The more time that I take into putting down what I have on my mind into the canvas, the less that it will look like the source that I'm imagining on my head, and it will start becoming something different. And sometimes that something different is cool, and some others is like, dude. And this is the classic thing that people say, like, I didn't thought about something like this. I didn't want something like this. And that's totally something that we hear a lot. But for me, the meaning behind that is exactly what I'm saying about, like, you know what, being able to translate ideas as soon as possible into the paper. And I feel that's why it's worth to develop our draftmanship, our draftman skills, because it's not to just do beautiful art, but being able to develop this form of communication. Boom, bam! And then I want to go all the way towards the front here. Oopa! Now, no. Look at this shit that I used in my dude here. I want this dude to be like, go like, and then end here at the front. I need more reference. I need reference. I need inspiration. Okay, let's go back. Dude, that reminds me a lot of Demon Slayer. That thing that happens there. I have no idea how to animate that shit. But I can. I always remember and correct myself every time that I say limiting things. It's like, no, remember Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee says, like, words are like spells. That's why we call it spelling. So be careful with your words. So cool. Bam. Okay, cool. What if I do something like, inside of this circle, I can add the air fryer into something like this? I can add the air fryer to something like this. Something like this. Tiki. And is this type of wheel that is going to come closer to camera and make the air fryer and make the three-headed mutant chihuahua like, it's going to stay there like. So here, right arm we have the chainsaw. Cool. Right arm we have the chainsaw. Cool. And then on this other arm we have the plugs. And then we have these epic effects here that I have to heavily reference from Devil May Cry. So what if you could see the darkest side of me? Beautiful. And then here we have this other one. So actually this will be a smear frame, so we are not going to see these arms, but yeah, this was the quickest representation of what I have. And it's super flat, but I will add more volume in this later. So here, for example, before going to this frame, I would like to make this character turn. So it's always, animation is always a lot of information in the slow outs and the slow ins, and then on the in-betweens we can play around like crazy. So for example here I'm going to start making this character go like rounded. And here the leg goes up. And here what I'm trying to translate into reality is the movement, it's the motion right now. So I'm not going to think too much about the quality of the drawings, because right now my priority is another one. My priority is figuring out the motion of this action that I'm about to animate. Cool. Your creative process is interesting and is a little inspiring your enthusiasm. Thanks, dude. So yeah, we have to have fun in this stuff. Otherwise, I'll be a musician or something. Boom, 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 boom. So we go from here, and boom, boom, boom. We go there. Bam, 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 and then we go crazy towards the front. And when we go like that, what is going to happen is that this dude will go here, copy and paste. Here is not no longer going to be the dude. Is in here we're going to have a beautiful animation of this dog going up and down, like boom, boom, and then when this dude is like this dude will go like bam, and then boom. And then boom, boom, something like that. So we're going to have like this dude like, boom, and the dude in the meantime, while we are doing that, the dude in the meantime will be doing something like, and then when this dude is doing all this stuff here, this dude will slowly fall, and when it falls, maybe we can bounce this dude, bam, bam, and when it bounces back up, we can go again with this dude like this, and we grab this dude when he's up, and we go like, and then he's falling again, pa, and when he falls again, pa, in the third one that he jumps, this dude can be something like, I can't do some. My imagination went until there. I don't know what I'm going to do later, but okay, I imagine all that stuff. Now it's time to make it real. So here the dude is going to fall twice. So maybe I can animate already something like I can just and because I like to talk about this whoopie doody this fancy this type of over the clouds type of language of like, yeah, and this dimension of creativity, but yeah, it works in some way like that. So I'll keep using that language because I have no other way of expressing how I see this stuff. Boom, bounces back. Boom, bounces back, and this dude is going up here. Now this dude could be also a little bit towards the front. Boom. Here we're going to have this other one, so I can remember I have two bounces, and on the third one this dude attacks, so I'm going to create a new one. Let me copy and paste. And just that blob of drawings there give me a lot of enough information of what I want to achieve. Saving project, because otherwise I will cry. So what if you could see the darkest side of me? Take a cheeky break. And that's where I like to leave those notes there, because if I get distracted, I don't forget, or I don't lose the idea. So cheers to that. Nobody, na 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 anymore I have become, and if you could see, it's not the real me. My animal. Okay, I shouldn't be scrolling right now. That's an issue. That's a problem. But what can we do about it? 2. Okay, I have 2 more hours. 2 more hours before I have a meeting. Bam, bam, and then boom. So zoom. It's getting bigger. Zoom, and then here we start the zoom. Boom. Now, perspective, vanishing point. Okay. I want to go that way also. So vanishing point. Vanishing point here. So this wheel now is under the ground. Move that shit up. Bam. And then let me grab this, paste it here. And then vanishing point. Bam. Now I can rework on this dude. And I know I am making my life more complex adding these scenes or just adding more actions on this thing, but dude, otherwise I will not like to. I will not. I don't have. I will not enjoy working this because yeah, I would like to put some effort, some time, and at the end of putting that time, I would love to over and over and over again keep watching my short film. Cause then, dude, why did I put all that time if I'm not at the end? I'm not going to enjoy watching my own short film. So I need to make it. I want to make it as close as I want to feel it good. I don't even know what I'm saying there. Bam. Let me move all of these things there. Bam. So it's going to stay here for a little bit. It's going to stay here for a little bit. Opa. It's going to stay here for a little bit. Tuki. Copy and paste. Now on the other drawing, on this drawing here, I'm going to enable the onion skin so I can see my frame before. And now here I can add some more details to my stuff, some more depth, some more solid drawing thing here. For example, this thing now can be something like this. So I can see this top part of the air fryer being like that. I can also see this being more rounded here. But that thing that I did there is good enough to poop out that idea out of my head. And then I can totally go then here after and polish this drawing and come up with new different ideas. And this circle will be somewhere around like this. So look at the difference between the DMC, what I saw on the DMC fight versus what I'm doing right now. On the DMC fight, I saw this dude doing these circular shapes, doing these circular attacks with the sword, only with the sword. But what I wanted to do when I saw that shit is like, what if the robot is not doing that with the arms, but instead he's actually inside. He's actually inside of this attack. He's rotating because that will make that funny, and that making things funny is just a step forward to making things more entertaining. Are you using a tablet? Oh yeah, I'm using my iPad. Okay, because I love to have nothing, dude. I love to have nothing, and every time that I work with a Cintiq, I'm like, I have a lot of cables and stuff like that, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm an old school dude. I'm an old school dude, and the less things that I have, the happier that I feel. When I have a lot of stuff, I'm stressed out, and I don't like to be stressed out. I like to be chill. I have some people recommend me like, hey, put some posters around, show that you're like an artist, and I'm like, yeah, that's totally true. I totally agree with you. Dude, but I even like to have nothing on my room. So what if you can see? Wait, if this dude is doing that thing, it's going to rotate. Okay, I didn't thought about it. Cool, so it's going to rotate. I'm going to do some stuff like this. So yeah, the iPad works really, really, really well. If you're into the Apple ecosystem and into having like an iPhone, an iPad, or a MacBook Pro, poof, dude, that's amazing. I also have one, but I use Moho instead of Toon Boom, so I can't animate on my tablet yet. Okay. No, so yeah, that's the thing that I was going to say, and is that if you use like an Apple iPad, an Apple tablet, and all that kind of stuff, you can connect all the devices and use the iPad as a second screen using the AirPlay mode. I think it's the name, and that's really cool because I use my iPad as a second monitor. It's not that I have like an app of Toon Boom downloaded for my iPad, because there's no such an app for Toon Boom for my iPad. So what I do is I made my iPad a second monitor, and that allows me to do all of this stuff. And it's good. Even the pen pressure translates very well when I am using the iPad as a second monitor. So look at this line. Oopa, pen pressure. So that's good. That's good. Look at this dude. So what if you can see the darkest side of me? I need to buy some AirPods. I have some headphones with cable, but I don't have any more holes on my laptop to connect more stuff, so I need to buy some wireless stuff. I enjoy more my work process when I'm listening to music. Right now that I'm not listening to music, I'm like I'm alone with my head, and it's like this meme when you forget your headphones and you're like, and you can laugh. The song of Radiohead. Boom, bam. So this dude, bam, and then here we go. Bam. And I have an idea of content. I will record that shit. I'm working, but I forgot my AirPods. And you can love as a pine, as a laugh. I don't like nothing. I don't like none of this. Cool. We hope your rules and wisdom choke you now. We are one in everlasting peace. We hope that you choke, that you choke. We hope that you choke, that you choke. If my friends were hearing me, they were like, Harry, just keep animating. Keep animating. Don't consider being a singer. It's going all the way around like, urgh. Need to poop out these ideas as soon as possible. So I'm doing this. Taka, 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 taka. Tuku, 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 tuku. So we can go like, boom, bam, motherfucker, bam, 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 bam. So here I can copy and paste this one over here. And maybe I can do something different like, boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's see. I also have one, but in Moho. I use Moho instead of Toon Boom, so I can animate on my tablet yet. But you don't suffer from delay? No, I don't. I don't. Like real time. Gee. Real time. Maybe it's updating the latest drivers and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see how everything is going here. Where's my OBS? Is here. Cool. I haven't checked TikTok if people is commenting there. The multi-chat is not working for TikTok here, so nope. All good on YouTube. Kick. Am I still live on Kick? Guys, go to Kick. 2 viewers in Kick. I don't know who are you guys, but if you exist, leave a comment. Would love to know who the hell is watching this. And you can't laugh. Mine is a Galaxy tablet and Android. I will see if mine works. Interesting. I don't know how the Android things works, but yeah, like I have connected the iPad with the MacBook, so in that sense, it's working. But otherwise, I will totally use a Wacom. If I will be using like another laptop or something, I'll totally be using a Wacom. Boom, boom, boom. So here I want to accelerate, being like, so I'm going to hold here. I'm going to hold here for more frames. This is almost like a rough pass. That's crazy. And you can laugh. And then we jump here to that. This is like a slow in. We always need a slow in and slow out. Boom. And here we can still move all of this forward a little bit. Cool, let's see if this works. Play. I need to hold here for more time, so one more frame here. That will give me also the time that I need to add the bouncing on the character on the front. And because the character is far away here, I can totally make these as smear frames and everything will be chill. I slow out, so boom, I'm looking at this part here. Slowing out here, slowing out. So I can put a darker line to identify that as slow out. That's why it's so important to have control over this, over the lines. And then instead of going all the way here in the middle, I can go all the way here, half, that way. So it feels like it's just slowing out and then going towards the front. And then here, I can grab this frame, create a new frame here, Command P, and then getting rid of this one. And then grabbing this one over here, no, this one over, no, yeah, that one over there, here, then moving it towards the front. So I'm still looking at the spacing here, look at this, tuk, 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 and then tiki. So this dude, move forward, and then I don't need this, no, yeah, I don't need the upper one, you can just use this one. Bam, let's see how this looks like. Vroom. Okay, need to fix the timing. Oof, what if this bounces? I will just leave some arrows here because I want to do that in animation, not now. Vroom. So here, boom, boom, boom. Then this will be super fast, then we are starting to slow in there. Yeah, we need to make this super fast. And then I can just copy and paste this and keep moving this forward. To keep moving forward as the winners are done. Bam. Copy, I'm hungry. Copy, new frame. And you can laugh a spineless laugh. We hope your rules and wisdom choke you, and now we are one. Pah, la puta madre, there you go. Guys, sorry, burping. Cool, bam! How we go to this pose that I like. And this dude will be like, ugh. Everything with one single line. Everything just with one single line with the sketches, because you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised of all of this stuff. How your hand have the power to translate everything that you can imagine in the paper. It's just flowing around. Yes, I like that rhythm there. Boom, boom. Look at that. And if I want the mouth open, I can totally go here again and make those lines darker. Bam. No idea how to draw these dog's legs, but I will use reference later. But for now, something like this, just to give me a clue that I want one of the legs to be there and another one to be there. Beautiful. And actually, this is what I love about doing this stuff, because if I were moving my pieces of my character around, I will never get to these poses like this. I will never come up with a pose like this, like breaking the character the way that I'm breaking it here. But by doing this stuff where I'm almost like, no, it's not like not caring, but like, you know what? I'm going to do these lines and go around. Okay, I did all of this with one line. If I press Command Z, look at that. And that character is there. So I just, now that I stop holding the thing, I can go here and start polishing stuff. But I really like how cartoony this eye looks here. I can push this other eye here maybe. No, something like around this space, yeah. And the mouth open, maybe not that much over there. There you go. Oh. And then we have all of this stuff going like that. Boom. Now the dog is super huge, so I want to make this smaller. And you can't love. Boom, smaller, la concha tu madre. There you go. Boom, 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 and then. Of course, this will not be like this anymore. This will be something like flipping. Even the teeth can drag towards that place came from. It goes up. It goes up. Up, 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 up. Yeah, we don't care about that. Tuki, tuki. Zoom. And then here, I want this to jump out of this stuff. Jump And maybe this could be something like ballet, like this leg is like this, and this leg is like this, and it's going to fall. And even though it's an air fryer, I am bending, I am adding a stretch here and a squash here, well, a little bit of squash here. But I am making my shapes very, very, very organic. And then here, for example, we can have something like this, Tugi, Tugi, Tugi. Look at that pose, bam! Look at that booty. Of course, this is super important. Booty. Bam, bam, bam. It's going boom, 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 boom. And here is where we're having boom. Fucking shit. Bam. Bam, bam. Yeah, I want this frame here. Boom. Okay, I have I'm my brain is stopped here. Let me see what I have so far. Boom, bam, boom. Opa! Look at that transition there. Imagine if the dude after doing that is like, zoom, and then he is going to do something like, boom, and then he goes like, and everything explodes behind him. Okay, it's super hot. Let me open this shit. It's super hot here, but it's super cold outside. Beautiful. So, let's see. Tech. What the heck is that? Kick, let's see. Nothing in kick. What the heck are you happening here, guys? No views on kick. Okay. Do you write a script for the animation or do you go directly into storyboarding animatic? That's a good question. On DocShot, I did wrote a script. On this one, I think I didn't. So what I wrote was like main ideas that I had for this short film, like the parts, what is going to happen first, what is going to happen next, what is going to happen afterwards. It's like I wrote, okay, at the beginning I want this, then it happened this, then it happened this. Like I wrote like milestones of the story. And then after I have those things, I start the storyboarding those first scenes that goes in sequence to tell the story, and then I fill the gaps with more drawings, with more ideas. Because yeah, I feel the nature of animation is that the ideas translate through drawing. So I do feel it's important the script, but at the same time I feel it's important also to start writing with our drawings. Writing with our drawings. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I did. And for example, right now that I wanted to make some adjustments on the overall animatic, instead of going and writing the thing, I went directly into the animatic. It's like let's storyboard, let's animate, let's storyboard this stuff, because if I write it, it will take me more time, and I will overthink too much, and I will just being like, maybe this is not possible to animate, and just limiting belief and stuff like that. But if I just go in the flow and start drawing like this, everything just flows. Everything flows naturally. Everything flows naturally, and with a positive attitude that everything will come up good eventually. So that is important. That is importante. Cool. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. So what if you can see? So we have boom, boom, boom. Okay. I was thinking about that thing. Here I feel I need another frame before I can jump. Now yeah, I can jump there, slow in. can slow in and then start falling, dragging, boom. So by adding this frame, I am adding the sense of weight here. Boom. Boom. Shroom. It's like playing with toys. Boom. This one can drag. You can laugh. You know what? This leg, maybe, yeah, we can have something like that. Oh, this looks too much like the dog shot scene, dude. I'm getting out of ideas, maybe. Out of poses. So we go. Yeah, another one. This is a typical thing, like going up and down, up and down. No, let's get out of that. We could go like this, boom, and then we go like this. We go like that. When I have no idea what I want for my pose, I start drawing one specific part of the character, and then I zoom. La concha de tu madre. Bam. Look at that pose. This can go up a bit. Yeah, I need a super attack that will cut the 3 heads of the Chihuahua. That's something that I am missing. Boom. I'm glad that I remembered that shit. Zoom. Zoom. Maybe this attack can cut the 3 heads, but the fight is not too long. Like the fight just starts here, and I want to add more. Bam. Boom. Yeah, I want to continue the fight. I will not end up with this dude here. Let me copy this dude from here to here, bam, and then tuki. Yeah, boom. Yeah, maybe the arms could drag here. So we're going like this. And then we're going like that. So what if you can see rotates, bam. And then we go crazy like this. So let me copy and paste this frame. So we're going like this. Now, here we need this frame here. Tuki. Here. Here we have the character. Here the body will fall again. And when it falls, boom, the character will be here on the ground when it falls. And the booty. The booty like that, yeah. Yeah, this frame will not be like that. Carajo, there you go. Boom! Now, new sequence. Tuki. New sequence. Yeah, okay. Poop. Bam. 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 And then when the character goes up, I need more references. Cool. The animators that you go directly to the storyboarding animatic. Cool, I responded to that one. Also, wait a second, I need to pee. I don't want to bring my mic with me while I'm peeing. It's not updating anymore, this chat here. What the heck? Cool. TikTok, I always forget about TikTok. What is happening? 121 likes. Cool. People is just joining and getting out of that one. On Kick, we have nothing. So what if you can see? Let's just push more, 30 minutes more on this. Yeah, I'll be back. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I don't have my mic with me right now. So what if you can see? I want to get locked down. Dude, I feel brand new. Okay. So what if you can see? More inspo. More inspiration. That's crazy. DMC fight. You know what? I want to see the DMC fight of the DMC game, not the Devil May Cry. DMC, the younger one. DMC, Young Dante. Fight! No. You know, yeah, you. Awesome. I love that intro. For me, it's one of the best intros of a video game that I've seen. Of this video game when he's on the that one. One of the best intros that I've seen for video games. Dude, amazing. Beautiful composition. Look at that. Damn. No, we're not seeing the entire thing. So what if you can see? Bam! Look at that, hiding the penis with a baseball bat. With the pizza, beautiful. No, it's just marvelous. Yeah, cool, goes away, blah blah. I would love to do that kind of stuff someday, like more of a sequence kind of thing. There you go. Cool. Wow. Look at that. Bam! That kick. It's beautiful. Fight! I want to see fight. Ew, that's gross. I remember when I was playing that level in the video game, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to go through the entire game. This is super gross. But I did. Gladly. It's a wonderful game. Look at that, dude. That's really badass. Boom! Yeah. Oh! Give me more fight sequences, dude. Opa. Now, Tom York Boiler Room. The fight featuring John Dante. Let's see this one. I need some inspiration. When I'm out of ideas, I'm inhaling some inspiration. The colors of this fucking game is wonderful. Look at that turquoise there with the yellowish here at the lower part. Look at this orange here. Look at all of these bluish colors here. Super beautiful. There, this is the thing that I want to see. He grabs him with the elastic thing or with the chains or something. Bam, bam. He grabs it and then he flies with him at. No, I prefer with the one that is going with him. Boom, yeah, in the air. There you go. That will be the thing. Bam, bam, bam. What if we start a fight in the air with these two giant monsters? That'll be really badass. What is going to happen in the air? Something like that. Something like that. Boom. So here we can do something like this. So the dude goes in the air, and when the three-headed chihuahuas are in the air, we can change. Don't think about composition right now, Henry. Just boom. Oof, he can grab the three heads like this. Bam, bam, bam. And then he's going closer to them after grabbing them with the chains. Urgh. Something like this. Urgh. And then this arm could be something like is grabbing these dudes like but in the air I'm imagining something different. This is that I never play a DMC game. My hack and slash were God of War 3 and Sonic Unleashed. Well, God of War 3 is fantastic, dude. There's a lot of inspiration that I have from that game too. But yeah, DMC is like there's no comparison. Both are amazing games, but the combos that DMC have, it's like fucking God of War with asteroids. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. I cannot imagine the people that come up with those moves. It's so cool. So cool. So yeah. Sonic Unleashed. I don't know which is that one. Let me see. I know Sonic, but I don't know the Unleashed game. Unleashed. Obvio. Sonic Unleashed. Is a wolf one? Okay, I played this one on Nintendo Wii. Yeah, nice. I think yeah. I played three Sonic games. I played this one. I played the Sonic with the skates. It says that was the best fucking Sonic game that I've played. And it's like they were doing some skates with and some flying boards, and you have to compete with the other characters of this Sonic universe in these flying boards. It was amazing. I played this one, and I think the classic, the one that is like the one that is like pixels. But yeah, this is a good one, dude. Let's see if we can find some crazy fight sequences from this. Sonic Unleashed fight. You never know. You never know. What is this? What is this, dude? I cannot believe this. When a Devil May Cry player combos in Sonic Unleashed. I've never seen this in my life. Yeah. I can see it happening. Yeah, I want something like that. I want the fucking robot to be the shit out of the air fryer in the air like that. How is it they come up with this stuff? It's like how two characters will be fighting in the air. What the heck is the boom? No fucking way. Go back. This pose, dude. What the heck? Let me screen capture this. This is so funny. I cannot see shit. Dude, I cannot see shit. Sonic Riders, that's the name? Yeah. How the heck is that this dude grabs that? Yeah. Here's the frame. Like, concha tu madre. Screenshot. There you go. So I can, with these two poses, I can come up with animation. And then at the end, it's like this fucking funny pose here. No, dude, this is gold. This pose is gold, dude. And this connects really well with this with this idea that I have here. Where's the shit? No. No. I delete that frame. I delete the frame where I storyboard all of this stuff. But I'm intelligent. I'm smart because I already knew this was going to come. So I recorded what I did on my storyboard, step by step. Here. Okay, I didn't record it the way I storyboarded today, the final panel. But I still have it on my head. Everything you said, run into my head to this frame over here. I love this game. It was the first game I had on PS3. Alright. Really nice. I didn't know it was for PS3. Dude, good memories, dude. PS2 and PS3 were the moments where we can play a lot, have a lot of games with a very cheap price. Nowadays, super expensive. $90 for one game. That's why it's so important to have friends. So when you have friends, you can just move games within the account. But yeah, PS3 rocks. So yeah, this frame over here reminds me a lot to this idea of Sonic in this pose over here, which absolutely I'm going to give it a try. Cool. So let's see. I do have a meeting in at 4. It's 2:49 right now, and let's see how much we can progress in this stuff. Bam, bam, la concha tu madre, boom, bam, and then here. Goes in the air, and in the air. Well, I'm going to sketch out right now panels then, because yeah, maybe we can have something like this, even more badass, something like this. He's without seeing the chihuahuas, he's grabbing them. He's like this, and we're having the 3 heads of the chihuahuas like this, and we have the body here like this. Something like that, tuki. And he's like, vroom! And then he goes closer to them. Well, this is an idea of how they can grab the chihuahua. But let's imagine this when I'm not sure how to connect scenes between each other. I just move forward. And for example, I want to imagine this Sonic dude grabbing this group. Bro, I have to go. I have a few things to do right now. I'm glad I could help with inspiration. Your work is amazing. Thank you very much, dude. It has been a pleasure to have you today. And yeah, for sure, I will try to come next stream. Absolutely, my dude. See you next time. Bye bye. Have a good one. I'm going to be working on the Sonic thing right now. So we have the legs of the air fryer here. Damn. And damn. And then here we have the air fryer that goes like this. Bam. And bam. And then here we have this other one like this. Bam. And the heads of the chihuahuas could be here. This is the booty. This will be the booty of the thing. So here we have one of the heads. Another head could be here. And I'm already thinking about the silhouette of all this stuff. And then here we have this, the body. Here we have one of the legs. So here we have one leg. Here we have another leg of the chihuahua. And here we have this dude. And it's going to turn around like crazy. It's going to turn and turn and turn around. And then here we have the composition into something like this. And it's going around and around and around. And here we can see the buildings. The buildings will be super, super, super small. I'm going to do just some quick sketches like this. Let me save, because I haven't saved. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Cool. Let me see if I have some messages on TikTok. I'm still waiting for messages on TikTok. Join. Everyone is joining. But no one is saying hi. Cool. Sonic Riders. I do want to make something like Sonic Riders someday. In terms of animation. Kick? Nothing. Kick, you're dead. The heck is happening with you? How many people is watching this? One person. Hello, individual dude that is watching me on Kick. Awesome. Let's continue. Boom. We have all of these villains here. Damn. Then all of these villains here. Bam. And then when it lands, we want something like this. So what if you can see? Do I have to show? Oof, I will need like a layout that will go all the way like this. Like a distorted layout. Oh no, I can just turn this frame into something different. Yeah, I can jump here back. Ooh, I can have an omniscient camera here. Like the camera is going from here to here. Then we go down, and when we go down, we cut into this camera that is waiting for us to go down. And when we go down, dude. We're going to have the legs of this dog like that. I want people to make memes of this pose. No idea if the leg of the dog is like that. Absolutely it's not like that, so I'm going to do something like this. Okay. Let's rough this thing out first. Boom, the torso is going to be like this. It's going to be on the ground. And then here we have this. Booty. Boom. And here we have one head. Other head. And the other head. So hungry. There you go. And then we have the dude being like, Pam, the robot. Pam. Yeah, but the robot have to be like. Oh no, it should be also pushing. So this is going to be tilted that way. Bam. And then here we have the panties. And then here we have the legs. I want to see the other leg there. Bam. Let's make all of this smaller. Something like this, Tuki. We're making all of this smaller, so we're having the arms being like this. There you go. And then here we have like, maybe the background is going to be. You're having a hole here. Like, So I'm designing my frames right now. Dude, I can't believe I fucking lost all of those drawings. I have to redraw all of the things that I did. Whatever. I'm glad that I saved it. And it's also saved in this stream, so good. Bam. Cool, and maybe I can find another composition, more appealing composition later. But for now, it's working well. And here I can show some buildings that are falling here. Yeah, maybe this building falls here. All of this is broken. Boom. So cool. I have to. Okay, I can use the same composition here to match with the Chihuahua that is going to be like this. The Chihuahua that is going to be like this. Tuki tuki. And then here is going to be grabbed by all of this stuff here. Maybe we're not seeing the hand of this dude. Here we're seeing this. And then here we're seeing the three heads like... And it's going to be like... Fuck. And then... Okay. So we go from here. So we go from here into something like this. And everyone is like, huh? No, no. We don't need to show that part. You'll be the best. Cool. But now the body have to be on the other way. Yeah, the body have to be... Yeah, but this is so fucking funny, dude. This is so fucking funny. If I have this pose between the robot and the Chihuahua. So how is that I go now? How is that I put the robot at this side over here? Idea. Bam. I can do like a smear frame. I can do like a smear frame here. And then when we do the... Now we change this into something like this. Nah, just a robot. Oh, you know what? Now I can go from here, from the... Now we can go to this pose. And from this pose, so we go from here to here. Then here, this will be the fucking funniest scene on my fucking short film if I'm able to pull it off. This, like a close-up. And all of these dudes looks like this. All of these dudes looks like this. And then we go from here. We go from here to here. We go from this close up. We go to this smear frame. Then we go from here. And then we go down. And for the movement down, what I'm going to do is take this leg, move it up, and move all of this down. Maybe drag these heads here. Cool. Then it's going down. And then it's going down. Bam. And then the camera will wait for them to fall. And we're going to have something like this. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Just the street. Just like a part of the street. We have some buildings here. That building is going to fall. And maybe we have here like a little cat. Meow. And then and then the building falls and all of that. Damn. And this is like boom, 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 boom. Everything falls in the road. It's like. And now that we are here, I don't need to cut the heads of the chihuahuas. I can just morph the chihuahuas back to the original form from here because it's already defeated. And I can connect this scene with this other scene over here and it will look very... I will end up... No fucking way. I will end up here, dude. I will end up here. I will fucking end up here. I will end up in this frame. I will end up... Am I pasting the shit that I'm pasting here? Yeah, I'm pasting it here. I'm pasting it here. I will end up exactly here. Good. 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 Do I have enough of a fight sequence that I would like to have? Yeah, because then I continue with the other fight sequence between the little chihuahua. So this as a main fight sequence will be cool. Yeah, I don't need this frame anymore. Neither this one, neither that one. Because we're going down. Dude! You helped me come up with the perfect fucking animatic, dude. Thanks for the reference. Thanks for the reference. Cool. Good. Now I have to animate all of this. I will do it later because I need to eat and I need to prepare for a meeting. Cool. This is enough for today. No, I will connect later because I would like to continue working on this. So cool. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. Cool. Yeah, none of this anymore. I'm going to record this screen later, and then this fight sequence, I'm going to refine the fight sequence and add this other stuff. I need to animate the chihuahua bouncing and moving around. Let's look at how this is looking so far. And then we go to the other stuff. So yeah, at night today I'm going to animate all of this stuff here. So that will be a good plan. So the plan will be moving forward with the animatic. I'm thinking. So yeah, I need to finish this animatic as soon as possible so I can go back to animating. So yeah, I'll progress as much as I can today at night. Cool. Thank you very much for everyone who joined. It was really fun, and I'm really excited to keep working on this animatic and trying new stuff. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you on the next stream. Bye.